New year apparently means a lot of new entries in my collection. I don't know why I keep making a wish list that lists all the series that I need to continue to collect or catching up to, or I'm just gonna disregard it and focus only on the new stuff. Yet, here we are. Hello my brothers and sisters, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of January 2026. I'm not gonna stall any longer. Let's get right into it. And first up we have Dandadan Volume 16. That's not much I'm gonna add to this, except that I love this series. I cannot get enough of this series. And when this series is done at one point, I think I'm also gonna give the anime a shot. And you might wonder, why don't you just watch the anime right now? It is already out. There's 2 seasons of it. Just go watch it. Thing is, I have very limited time on my hands. And that time is gonna be spent either on reading this or being with my daughter. So until she's older, it's gonna stick with this. But I'm looking very much forward to watching the anime because these few clips that I have seen, holy shit, looks awesome. Next one. And next up we have Ashita Volume 4. Now, I do not know how many of these is gonna be. It's kind of difficult to gather. I mean, I probably could have just looked at the chapters in here and then compared to the chapters that this story actually has and then divide it up or something like that. But nevertheless, I think it's gonna be 7. I'm confident that with this, we are halfway through the story. And again, I have yet to read this. And at this point, I've collected so much of it, I might as well just get the whole thing so I can read it in one go. Not because I want to hurry finishing it while I'm reading it, but just so that I can keep experiencing the story instead of having to wait. I'm not sure. But yes, this looks awesome. And I mean, it is a bit thick, this volume, but I also get why Kodansha was doing that, because this is a very old series. Probably there is a limited amount of collectors out there that actually know of this and also want it. So by making this volume thicker with, I think it's 3 volumes in one. Yeah, it looks like a 3-in-1. You ensure you're actually gonna be able to finish off the series and actually release it. Whereas with Kingdom, from this, here's hoping they actually finish it, but apparently it's not selling well. So a release every month with a single volume might not have been the way to go. We'll see. But nevertheless, Ashita, looking very much forward, and I also love the color scheme. This is red, so it means like I guess things are going down in this one. All right, next one. And next up we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 7 Steel Ball Run Volume 4. And I have no clue how many volumes we're gonna get in this. I mean, I guess we have, because it's gonna be 22 or something, so maybe 11 of these, so we are a third of the way through. Volume 4, I am looking so much forward to reading this series, and I think there's a very high chance that I'm not gonna read this until I have the whole thing, because that has been the consensus for Part 1, Part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 up until this point. Apparently I cannot read my JoJo's volumes unless I have all of them in the single part. But with that being said, I still love these. These looks absolutely gorgeous. I love how this is actually this time around implementing the covers of the singles on these. It's not just a small square, it is on the whole freaking cover. Love it. And I love the design, especially when you just look at the shelf and now see more than one volume. It kind of comes together. But yes, Volume 4, looking very much forward to Volume 5, which we should get in 2 months. Next one. And next up we have Thunder 3 Volume 1. Just a spoiler alert, the rest of my haul is new series. And first up is Thunder 3. If you've seen my wishlist, you know that I am looking very much forward to this. Just the fact that it has different art styles in here that kind of try to exist in the same world. You have realistic art style, you have this cartoonish art style. I'm looking very much forward to read this, but apparently this series is currently on a hiatus, so only 8 volumes is out. Would be a wise decision to research that before I made my wish list and just proclaiming that I was gonna try to collect 9 volumes, because I was thinking we're gonna have 9. No, we're not, because Japan does not have 9 volumes. So yes, note to self, do proper research and in-depth research. But nevertheless, Volume 1, I am looking so much. I am so stoked to start reading this. I have no idea what it's gonna be about, except with the dimension travel and a DVD player and Daidarius. But besides that, I have no idea. I just want to dive into this ASAP. But it's gonna be a while because there are a lot of other things I also want to read. Anyway, next one. And next up we have The Orb on the Movements of the Earth. That's one as big as title. Volume 1 and 2, because we're not gonna number our omnibuses with just 1, 2, 3, and 4. It has the singular volumes 1 and 2 in here. I am looking so much forward to actually reading this, but considering it's only 4 volumes, I'm gonna collect them all before I start reading it. But I have heard such great things about this, and there's not much to say besides just looking very much forward to actually start reading this story. Yeah. So hopefully in 3 months time, maybe, you're lucky, I'm gonna have the whole thing and then I'm just gonna read it. Then I'm gonna start thinking about this the rest of the year. Who knows? Next one. And next up we have Baki Volume 1. I finally managed to get my hands on this, and for some weird reason it is the first print foil edition. This has been sold out on Blackwell's for months, and then it finally came back, and I thought it's gonna be a second edition or third edition, but nope, it's the first edition, and now I'm worried that all the others I'm gonna order is not gonna be that. So I'm gonna have some foil on it, and then others won't have any foil on it. But nevertheless, Baki, I think it is a 2-in-1 omnibus, so it's essentially just volume 1 and volume 2 of the original series. This is such a go-to series. It is technically, what if you took the ridiculousness of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and then just focused it mainly on martial arts? That's Baki more or less summed up. It is wacky, it makes no sense, but in universe it makes all the sense. Also, gotta say, now I'm finally holding this. The quality of this volume is actually surprisingly good. I especially love the cover, but since this is the first print edition, it has this little slip cover down here that just has the amount of volumes sold. But it also has another slip cover out of it, which I'm pretty sure is just standard. And then it has this awesome red cover underneath. But yes, I have of course looking forward to actually start reading this, but I have read the whole story. I have read up until the latest chapter of part 6, I'm pretty confident. 7? 6? I'm pretty sure 6. I don't know. Baki Rahen. But yes, this is just awesome. I am looking very much forward to getting the rest of the series. There's gonna be 22 volumes in total. And I think by summer or something like that, we should have all of it out. So even though I have only committed to 10 volumes this year, I'm gonna try to see if it's possible for me to get the whole thing so I can stay on top of it, for hopefully it's gonna be so successful that we're also gonna get part 2 and then part 3. And then afterwards, I don't really care. I mean, it would be nice to get the other parts as well, but at least the first 3 parts are essential for telling Baki's story. Everything else, in case you don't know, is just side quests. They're awesome, but they're not necessary, so to speak. All right, we got one more volume in us. Let's get to it. And last but definitely not least, we have The Magnificent Bastard, Volume 1. Can't remember how many of these is gonna be. I tried to actually calculate it out, but originally there is, I think it's 18 volumes or something, and this is maybe a 2-in-1, so maybe 9, not sure. It is based on a historical figure, if I'm not mistaken, and then it's by the same artist as Fist of the North Star, which is Tetsuo Hara. And apparently the main character in here, which is Keiji, his story is not finished in this. It's actually finished in 2 or 3 different spin-offs, which does not unfortunately have the art of Tetsuo. But I don't really care. I hope this is as successful as it can be, so that Kodansha will also adapt the other spin-offs so we can get the whole run. But yes, this is actually, hold on. This is actually kind of the same build as the Astronaut Joe's, especially when you see it side by side here. Get it in focus, bitch. So this is more or less the same framework they're gonna use here, the template. And it wouldn't surprise me if any future adaptations there is gonna be in hardcovers, they're gonna do this. It differs a lot from their Vinland Saga approach, but I think that is because, or not because, the reason they've stuck with this for Vinland Saga is to not suddenly change the format, but going forward, it looks like this is gonna be the template. So the same almost beige, night red beige-ish color for the book, and then the cover printing on front and such. But yes, that is my manga haul. It's not a lot of volumes, but that's because there is a few, three, I think, yes, 3 hardcovers and then some omnibuses. And also, apparently on Blackwell's this month, none besides Dandadan and Steelbook Run. None of the normal single volumes or series that I am collecting or catching up on were releasing a volume that month. So that explains why most of it is new series. All right, before I move on, or not move on, before I end this video, let's take a quick look at my wish list. Now, if I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna bring up the list. We're gonna cross off nothing this video, which is also predictable. But instead, I actually wanted to pull up the pie chart right here, because as you can see, right now I've managed to get 6% of my wish list, which is an issue because we are 8.33% through the year. So right now, officially, I am behind. Unlike last year, where I was ahead the whole damn year. But it's still just the first month. We have 11 more to go to actually catch up on, and I'm not really worried. But I just think it's actually fun to keep track of how far am I actually ahead with my wish list, and right now, not a lot. But yes, that is my manga haul of January 2026. What does your manga haul look like? And more importantly, if not in this haul, what new series are you planning to add to your collection this year? I mean, you already know mine because I made the wish list, and I'm not sure I'm gonna get much more besides that, but you never know. But I'm looking very much forward to see if you have anything that not only that is not on my list, but also not in my collection, because maybe I need to check it out to see if I need to add it to my collection. Whatever you have and whatever it is, come around with your thoughts. As always, until we'll see you in the next video, just remember to stay awesome. See ya.